Hello and welcome to the Asset Tracker template tutorial. In this video, I will walk you through each step of the workbook so you can easily track, analyze, and report on your company's assets with confidence. Let's dive in. The main tab is your front cover. It contains document credentials and provides a clean introduction to the file. You can personalize this section with your company's branding and add key contact information of the asset owners and managers. So the second tab, the tab Inventory, so this is the core of the tracker. Here's where you log all the asset related details, including, so let's add a new asset. Let's give it asset ID E002, asset name copied from the previous one, asset category, let's put it software and license from the drop-down list, asset description, let's put license, owner, let it be IT head, vendor, Autodesk, serial number, just let's copy and paste from location, New York, so confidentiality level, so this is also a drop-down list containing 4 different values. So the first one is public, so this is for publicly available information, so it means that the data stored on in this asset is fully publicly available. Internal, so the data is only for internal use. Confidential, so the data is not for disclosure. And restricted information is something top secret, probably some companies know how. So this information definitely shouldn't be disclosed to the public. So let's put restricted. Personal data, 2 values, yes, no. Customer data, so the asset contains customer data, yes, no. Purchase date, let's put today. Purchase value, let's put 1,000 United States dollars. So the currency we can select from the drop-down list. The purchase value, you can roll down the formula. Depreciation value in years, let's put 5 years. And yeah, and all the rows, all the columns highlighted with gray, you can just roll down with formulas. Okay, so the dashboard tab. So the dashboard gives you a high-level visual overview of your asset data. It features pie charts by asset category, purchase value versus book value comparison, 10-year depreciation timeline, key metrics such as total value, total purchase value, remaining book value, and average depreciation period. So it is designed to deliver insights at a glance, so perfect for management, reporting, and audits. So the next tab pivot table. So actually all the graphs and charts in the previous step are automatically updated. So if you add a new asset, you first need to go to the pivot tab, and for each pivot table you simply make a right click and then click refresh. For each of them, refresh and refresh. For the depreciation schedule, so you only need to select the starting period which you want to be represented in the chart. So for example, instead of 2022, let's put 2021. And you see that all the numbers and figures have been adjusted accordingly. If we go back to the dashboard, you see that the graphs have been adjusted automatically, and the first year changed from 2020 to 2021. Yeah, so the data tab actually powers drop-down lists and fields validation across the workbook. So here you will find reference tables for asset category, currency codes, confidentiality levels, and more. So these lists are dynamic. If you add a new value, it will be automatically populated to the associated drop-down. So let's put for the confidentiality level a value dummy and go back to our inventory tab. So let's navigate to the confidentiality level and click on the drop-down. So you see that the new value has appeared in the drop-down list. Okay, so yeah, the template is pretty simple. It's a perfect tool to manage your assets for mid and smaller organizations. So this template is designed to simplify and scale your asset tracking process. So what you need to do is just to keep your inventory updated regularly and use the dashboard and pivot tabs to gain clear and actionable insights. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to save your work frequently. So if you would like to help automating this trigger, just drop down a comment below. Thank you for watching.